money, right? At the money changer or at the bank. Okay, now, sometimes the question only give you one exchange rate. Sometimes the question will give you two exchange rates. One is the buying. Oh, follow me. One is the buying and one is the selling rate. Now, what do you mean by buying and selling? If you go to the bank or you go to the money changer, you will see this, you know. Okay, let me give you a scenario. All of you listen to me. How to read the chart at the money changer? For example, I want to go to Australia. I have Singapore money. I go to the money changer. I am actually buying Australian dollar, right? Correct. What's the money changer doing? If I'm buying, what's the money changer doing? Selling. Understand? Now, the rate here is with respect to the money changer, not you. Understand? For example, I came back from Australia. I got a lot of Australian dollars left. I go to the money changer. What am I doing? I'm selling. So what's the money changer doing? Buying. Then you got to look at the buying rate. You understand? But if they only give you one rate, just use that rate, that's it. But if you need to choose between buying and selling, then you got to go with respect to the money changer, not you. Do you understand what I'm talking about here? Yes or no, class? Yes, huh? Okay, I repeat, I want to go to Japan. I go with Singapore dollar. I want to change for Japanese yen. What am I doing? Buying. What's the bank doing? Selling. So you got to look at the selling. If I come back from Japan, I have a lot of yen. I go to the money changer, I am selling. What's the bank doing? Buying. So you got to look at the proper one. Then the board refers to you or the money changer. The money changer, not you. Do you understand? Okay? Alright, good. Next, can we look at example 15? Okay, the next page. Alright, example 15. I want to teach you how to present this kind of question. Okay? Can we look at the money exchange and all of you will have your calculator ready, except Jaden, because I've stolen Jaden's calculator. Okay, now let's take a look at the first question. Example 15. The rates of exchange between Australian dollar and Korean won and Singapore dollar are such. Now I'm going to write down. This is Australian dollar 1 is Singapore dollar 1.0158. And then Korean won, KRW 1000 is Singapore dollar 1.1930. Are we okay? This is the exchange rate given to you. I'm going to teach you how to write it so that you will not make mistake. Okay, now let's take a look here. Convert Australian dollar to Singapore dollar, giving your answers to the nearest cent. Nearest cent is 2 decimal places. Okay, all of you look up. I always write the one that I want over here. Can you see I'm changing Australian 5 for 3, right? This is SGD 1, right? Correct? It's always this over this times this. Understand? Remember I talked a bit about the Apple one? It's the same thing, huh? So 1.0158 over 1 times 543. So this one is SGD1. Let us calculate. 1.0158 times 543. This will give me a 551.58. Can see it? Okay. So it will give me a 551.58. If you look at the question, the answer is also 551.58. Are you all clear? Now, what am I saying? If they want Australian dollar, you must put Australian dollar on the left. Understand? Okay, let's take the next one. The Korean. Now, KRW 1000 is SGD 1.1930 according to the question. So now I have KRW 48500 will be SGD times what? 48500. You understand? It's always this over this times this. Now, can you see that when I take this over this, I'm finding one Korean won, right? Then I multiply again. So it shouldn't be any mistake. Everybody clear? Okay, now I'm going to put up the answer. 1930 times 48500. So this will give me a Singapore dollar 57.86. Okay? So this will give me a $57.86. This is according to the question. Everybody okay now? Can you understand? Now, then I want to ask a question. I'm going to clean this off and I'm going to ask you a question. The exchange rate is like this. What if I want to exchange Singapore $1,000 to Australian dollars? Then I will write this way, right? Alright. Then I want to change Singapore dollars 1,000. Can you see I line up Singapore dollar? I line up Australian dollar. I just flip this thing, it's still workable, right? Correct? It doesn't matter, correct? What do I write here as working? You tell me. 1 over what? 1.0158 times what? 1,000. That's how you get your Australian dollar. Are you clear? So, the moral of the story is that you must line this up properly. Then you do it, you will not make mistake. Are you all clear? And then I just want to ask you, are you clear about the buying and selling one? Are you okay? Yes, huh? Okay, good. Next, I'm going on to the next part of the question. Okay? The rates of exchange between the pound sterling. Now, pound sterling is written like that. If you don't know, you just follow and you got to shake hand and we won't mark you for the wrong shape. Understand? Pound sterling, Japanese yen and Singapore dollar is like that. Now, convert Singapore dollar to pound sterling. I'm going to write down here. Let's write down the conversion rate first. 1 pound is Singapore dollar 1.782 and 100 yen is Singapore dollar 1.2087. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at the first part. They want to convert this amount of Singapore dollar to pound sterling. So I must write like that. Okay now. Then I convert how much Singapore dollar? 6,800, right? So how do I write the pound sterling? 1 over what? 1.7882, right? Times what? 6800, right? Yes? Okay, so how much pound sterling will I get? Okay, if we use our calculator, I will get a 3802.71. Okay? 3872.71. But look at the question. What do they want? Giving your answers correct to the nearest unit of the foreign currency. What is my nearest unit? Nearest unit is what? Nearest whole number. So what's the nearest whole number? 3801. 3, right? Can you see it? Nearest whole number. Understand? Can or cannot? Can or cannot? Can, okay. Now, the next part. What do they want? Next part, I'm going to do it over here. They're going to convert this amount of Singapore dollar to Japanese yen. So, Singapore dollar 1.2087 is 100 yen, right? So, Singapore dollar 8450 will be 100 over this times 8450, right? Then you can get the answer. I don't think I need to work out the answer. You can key it in. And they want it to the nearest they gave you the answer, and to the nearest yen, nearest whole number, it will be 69909. Is that understood? I'm giving you the working so that you can get the answer. Now, what do you realize about this question? What is important? You must read the question. If they say nearest cent is 2 decimal places, what if they say nearest unit? Nearest whole number. Okay, then what did I say? You must line them up properly, then you can get the currency. Are you clear with what I'm saying here? Yes or no? Yes, huh? Okay, so this is about foreign currency. Are we okay so far? Today I've covered the hire purchase and I've covered the foreign currency. Are we okay? This is called foreign exchange. That means we exchange money for money. Okay? Now, the next one is rather important and is called income tax. And I want you to look at not this table. Can you look at the table that's on the next page? I want to teach you how to read this table first. Now, before we can do income tax, right? There are a few terms that I need to teach you first. Okay? There are a few terms which I need to teach you. Now, first of all of you look at the board. We have the gross salary or gross income. Gross income means what you have earned for the whole year. Okay? Now, next, you must know what is chargeable income. Chargeable income, don't talk over there. Chargeable income will be gross income minus all the reliefs. What do I mean reliefs? For example, this man is working. He has a wife that's not working and a few children. So government do let you deduct. Understand? And maybe he's also living with the parents, old age. They also let you deduct parents' relief. After deducting all that, the amount left, then they charge tax. That is called chargeable income. Are you all clear? So when we tax, we don't tax the gross income, no. What do we tax? The chargeable income. You must deduct all the things that you are paying for first. Understand? Now, then is this table that is very worrying. Nowadays, the IRAS is very good. They have an Excel, they just key, they'll churn up for you. Last time it's not like that, but as a student, you must know how to calculate, Sekali they calculate wrongly, you also don't know. Right? Okay, now what do you mean by this? Now, after I found out the chargeable income, that means I deduct everything already, okay? All of you look up. Can you see this is on the first, on the next? On the first, on the next. You must know which row to choose. I'm going to explain to you now. Now, if I have a person, the chargeable income is 10,000. All of you look at the board. This is important. Can you see if the chargeable income is 10,000, it falls within here. 20,000 is more than 10,000, right? So, he does not have to pay any tax. Do you get what I'm talking about? Now, what if this person, the chargeable income is 30,000? Then, on the first 20,000, he must pay $0. That means no need to pay. Now, if 20,000 is being taxed, how many thousand left? 10,000, right? Correct. The next 10,000, you will pay 2% and that will be $200. So you only pay $200. Do you understand? Okay, this is where it is exactly. What if I have 25,000 and how? That means on the first 20,000, he pays $0, right? Now, after 20,000 is deducted, how many thousand left to be charged? 5,000, right? You see, it's 5,000. Then you take 2% times 5,000. That will be the amount of the tax. Do you understand? So you must look at where you are. Okay, now then I'm going to, later I'm going I'm going to do a few examples, so you don't have to worry, okay? Now, then I want to ask, if this person earns $50,000 chargeable income, oh, look at the table, 50,000 chargeable. Which row do I look at? 50,000. Can you see I look at this one? Can you see I look at row number 3? Because 40,000, right? Then how many thousand left? 10,000. Then this one 40 only. I take 7% times 10,000. I will get the amount of the tax. Do you understand? You must see which row you are looking at. Now, then, what if I have 100,000 chargeable income? Which row do I look at? All of you look at the table. Row what? Row number 5. Can you see? 80,000, then another 20,000 extra that I charge 11.5%. Everybody clear? Okay, now I'm going to do one question for you. For example, look up. The chargeable income is $52,000. Okay? First of all, the whole class decide which row do I choose. Just tell me the number. 3. Is this correct? Okay, so on the first 40,000, the tax will be 550, right? Okay? Then, on the next, now if it's 52,000 and 40,000 is being charged already, how many thousand left to be charged? Do you agree this one left 12,000? Okay, and how many percent is this? 7. So, I will have 7% times 12,000. Now, I want to ask, how come we don't take this? Because this is for the next 40,000. Have we reached 40,000? Not yet, so we must segregate it out. Are you clear? Okay, 7% of this will be this is 840. So what is the total tax that he has to pay? 550 plus 840. So 550 plus 840, he will have to pay 1390. Are we clear now? Are we clear now? Do you know what's on the first and on the next now? We must choose the correct row. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, good. Then we can look at the question that is prior to this. Can we look at work example 16? Can you look at work example 16? Now I'm going to use the table there. I'm not going to use this table that is given here because in O-level they will not give you this other table. They will give you the one on the next page. Okay? Now, I want to work this out slowly with you. And all of you listen to me, alright? In 2018, Albert earned a gross annual income of 84,000. Gross, don't forget. Of this 84,000, the amount that will not be subjected to income tax is shown below. Earned income 1,000, wife relief, child relief, central CPF, and then donations. Given that Albert has a wife and 3 children, calculate his chargeable or taxable. Let me just read this a bit. Okay. Calculate his chargeable or taxable income for the year. Understand? Okay, so I will write down here. Chargeable income will be 84,000, right? Now, this one's earned income relief is will have one, it's for yourself. Okay? Actually quite good thing, right? 1 year only spend 1,000 on yourself. Cannot be a half. That's his life, okay? So remember, we put 1,000. Of course, he has a wife, so must deduct the wife. So 2,000. Then I still my minus. He has how many children? How many children? 3. This one is 4,000 per child, you know. So I must take 4,000 times what? 3 now. that if you donate to organization, is also not taxed. Everybody clear? Okay, so I'm going to find out the chargeable income. Okay, I'm going to use my calculator. 84,000 minus 1,000 minus 2,000 minus 12,000 minus 16800 minus 940. So I will get a 51260. Is this correct? 51260. That means after deducting all the reliefs, the chargeable income is 51260. Is everyone clear? Then the question asks. Given that Albert has a okay, the simplified, don't do this. The question part 2 say, find Albert's income tax payable. They will not give you this simplified version. They will give you this version. This table. Can you tell me 51260? Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? Huh? 3, right? Okay, so on the first 40,000, the tax will be a 550, right? Then can I ask on the next what? This one minus 40,000, right? So left what? Huh? 11260, alright? Do you agree? Do you agree it's 11260? How many percent? Look at the table. How many percent? 7. So 7% times 11260. Are we clear? Okay, so 7% times 11260. Good. 788.20. So what's the total income tax? This one plus this one, right? Okay, so plus 550. He will have to pay 1338.20. So that is his chargeable income. 1338.20. Are we all clear? Are we all clear? Yes or no? Okay. I'm going to change the question. You tell me how to do. After I find, right? My chargeable income is 85,000. Now, which row? Row 4, okay? So, on the first 80,000, the tax will be 3350, right? Correct? Then, on the next, after 80,000 is tax, how many thousand left? 5,000, very good. How many percent? 11.5. So this will be a 11.5% times a 5,000. Okay? Do you understand now? Do you understand now? Are you better now? So 11.5% times a 5,000. This will give me a 575. So the total income will be this plus this. Income tax. Are we okay? Do you know how to calculate it now? Do you know how to read the table now? Yes or no? Okay? Alright. So that is about income tax. So what have I covered today? Number 1, hire purchase. Number 2, foreign exchange. Okay, and number 3, what is this? Income tax. You must know which column to look at, or which row to look at. Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, very good. Now, next, I said already, right? I'm going on to speed, right? Correct? Yes or no? I'm going on to speed. And I have only a few things to cover for speed because I believe speed is covered in your primary school. Am I right to say that? Okay, alright. Let's take a look at page 64. Can all of you look at page 64? Chloe, pick up. Now, page 64. Okay, what do we have? We have to convert the speed. Okay, we have to convert the speed. Okay, let us take a look. A ferry travels 20 kilometers from the southern tip of Singapore to Batam. If it starts its journey from Singapore at 10:50 and reaches Batam at 11:30 on the same day, calculate the speed of the ferry. Okay, I want to know 10:50 to 11:30. How many minutes? Huh? 40 minutes, right? Do you agree it's 40 minutes? Yes or no? Yes, okay? Calculate the speed in kilometers per hour. Okay, now that means 40 minutes it travel 20 kilometers, right? Everybody understand? 1 hour is how many minutes? 60. So 60 minutes will be 20 over 40 times 60, right? This over this times this, right? Alright, so how much is this? 30 kilometers, okay? So the speed will be 30 kilometers per hour. Can you all understand? I'm doing it differently from the textbook because I don't like the textbook way of presenting. Is that clear? I find that like that students can understand better. Are we okay? Alright, so it's 30 kilometers per hour. Now, then we are supposed to change this to what? What do you call this? Meters per what? Second. Now, I need to warn you first. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 1 hour is actually 60 times 60 seconds, which is 3,600 seconds. You must remember this. Okay? Now, what does this thing tell us? 1 hour travel 30 kilometers, right? 1 hour is 3,600 seconds, and this one in meters is 30,000 meters, alright? The other 1 kilometer is how many meters? 1,000. Very good. Are we okay? Okay, So, how about 1 second? It will be this divided by 3600, am I right? So, all of you use this 30. This will be 8 and 1/3 meter, correct? So the answer will be 8 and 1/3 meter per second. Now, can you see I always use the same logic? I never change. Can you see I always use proportion to do it? 1 hour is 60 minutes and 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So that's how I get my answer. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yes or no? Okay, I want you to write this down in your textbook first. Okay, I want you to write this down on your textbook. 1 hour is 60 minutes and is also 3,600 seconds. And 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters and 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Okay? This is already done in your primary school. Now, next, I want to go to the next page. This one is a very important concept that you need to understand. Okay? Now, let us look at the next step. If the speed of an object does not change throughout its journey, the object is said to be traveling at constant speed. However, in real-life situations, it is unlikely for an object to travel at the same speed throughout its journey. Do you agree that you cannot travel from your house to school with the same speed? You will meet with traffic light, right? So on and so forth, right? So, we don't talk about constant speed, we talk about average speed. Okay? So, the very speed of 30 km per hour in for example 17 is actually the average speed. That means on average, the ferry travels 30 kilometers every hour. Why is it not possible maintain a constant speed. Of course, sometimes they may mean that there is another boat is crossing, right? So you have to slow down, that sort of things, okay? Now, the average speed of the object is the total distance traveled by the total, divided by the total time taken. Now, what does it mean? All of you listen up carefully. Don't sleep, I will say. Second time. Now, if I travel from one place to another, and I stop at the traffic light, the time is also counted. It's total distance over total time. You cannot deduct the rest time. For example, I come to school, then I go to McDonald's and buy breakfast. Then I work, and I travel again. The time you spend at McDonald's is also counted. It's the total distance divided by the total time. It doesn't mean that when you rest, it's not counted. It's also counted. Do you understand? So, the average speed is total distance divided by total time, and the total time includes the rest time. You cannot say rest time, you're going to deduct away. No. Do you understand? If you stop there and talk to your friend, it's also counted. Okay? So are we clear here? Alright? Okay, go. Now, next part. Example 18. I'm going to go through example 18. Okay? This is quite simple. So let us take a look here. Nadia sets off from her home on a 70-kilometer journey to her friend's house. He travels the first 40 kilometers of her journey at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour and the remaining at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Find the average speed for her entire journey. Understand? The average speed for the entire journey. Okay. Can you tell me what is the total distance traveled? It must be 70 kilometers, right? Okay. Now, total time taken. This one got problem. She travels the first 40 kilometers at 40 kilometers per hour. So, for 40 kilometers, she took 1 hour, right? The first part. Correct. What about this? What does it mean? The remaining at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour. That means she left how many kilometers? 30, right? And she traveled at what? 60 kilometers per hour, right? Okay? Now, do you agree that 60 kilometers per hour, that means 60 kilometers take 1 hour. How about 30 kilometers? It will take half an hour, right? Do you all agree? So what's the total time taken? 1 plus half, right? This one plus half, right? So this will be a 1.5 hour. Correct? So the total speed for the entire journey must be 70 over 1.5. Do you all agree? Use your calculator. What is 70 divided by 1.5? Let me just calculate for you. You get a 46 2/3, right? So the answer will be a 46 2/3 kilometers per hour. Are you all clear with what I'm talking about here? Yes or no? Okay, you have to be clear though, if not you cannot move on. Are you okay? Are you okay? Good. Alright, so that is your example 18. Okay? Now, next, I'm going on to example 19. Okay, I'm going on to example 19. Last 2 examples already, okay? Let's take a look at example 19. Now I know I'm being very, I give you a lot of things to do because I need to cover it. You understand? I don't want to leave this to the next teacher. Do you understand? So that the next teacher can start chapter 10 straight away. Do you understand? So you must bear with me because I need to go through this. Alright? Now, the Singapore Flyer has a diameter of 150 meters. And this is the Singapore Flyer. The diameter is like that, right? 150 meters. Are we clear? Okay. If each capsule of the Singapore Flyer travels at an average speed of this, how many meters per second? Now you know there are capsules here and there, right? Alright. Okay. Calculate the number of revolutions made by a capsule per hour. Give your answer correct to the nearest whole number. Okay? Now, first of all, they want to find out the radius of the flyer. Now, how do we get the radius? Can someone tell me? Radius will be diameter divided by 2, right? So this will be a 75 meters. Are we okay? Yes or no? Okay, then we're going to find the circumference of the flyer. Circumference is 2 pi r, right? Or pi d also can. Correct? Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r or pi d. Okay? Area is pi r squared for a circle. Okay? So this will be 2 times pi times 75. Okay? Now, usually when they don't give you the pi, what do? You use your calculator pi value. Okay? So I'm going to multiply 2 times pi times 75. I will get a 471.238. Remember I told you when it is a big number, I give the 3 decimal places. I told you that before, right? Okay, now next. What do we look at? If each capsule of the flyer travels at an average speed of this per second. So what do we mean by that? What do we mean by 0.262 meter per second? What does it mean? 1 second travel, 0.262 meters, right? Agree? Yes or no? Okay, what did the question say? Calculate the number of revolutions made by a capsule per hour. Okay, that means how many rounds it go per hour. So 1 hour just now I told you is this one. Correct. So I must take. Okay? Yeah? Okay, now I'm going to multiply. This will give me a 943.2 meters. Everybody clear? Now, in 1 hour, the capsule traveled this distance. The circumference of the flyer is this. So I must take this divided by this, right? To see how many rounds, right? You agree with me or not? Yes or no? Why this divided by this? Because this is 1 round. 1 round is this distance. So she traveled this distance. So number of revolutions will be 943.2 divided by 471.238, right? Divided by 471.238. I will get a 2.00153. Okay? Understand? Okay? So, how many revolutions? If I correct it to the nearest whole number? 2, no? So this is 2 revolutions to the nearest whole number. Now, can you see? They take this one, divide by this one, which is exactly the same what I've done. Everybody clear with what I'm saying? Can or cannot? Can or cannot? Can. Okay. Now, last question. Okay, last question. Okay, last question. Average speed that we have. Example 20. This one involves algebra. That's why it's difficult. A car travels at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour from town A to town B. Let us draw some diagram. Town A, town B. If the car travels at an average speed of 72 kilometers per hour instead, it will reach the town 15 minutes earlier. Calculate the distance between town A and B. Now, I let this one in x. Will that be okay? Let this one in x kilometers. 72 will be x over 72, right? Now, I want to ask a question, all the box. Which one takes a longer time? 60, right? It will take a longer time. So this time minus this time then will give me 15 minutes, right? But don't forget, this is in what? Hours, you know. So I will have x over 60 minus x over 72. 15 minutes I multiply by 60, you know. Okay, why is it that I multiply by 60? Because it's 15 minutes. I want it in what? Hours. Okay? So, if you key in your calculator, okay, 1 over 60 minus, remember I said it's on top is 1. It belongs to the top. Okay. If you key in the calculator, 1 over 60 minus 1 over 72, this will be x over 360 equals to 15 over 60. X will be 15 over 60 times 360, am I right? In fact, it all becomes times. So, I will have this. This will give me a 90 if you key the calculator. So, the distance between the 2 pounds will be 90 kilometers. Are you all clear? Are you all clear? Yes or no? Now, your job is to go through all the examples that I've given. Understand? Now, I'm going to give you 2 sets of work on the board. Okay? Some people still owe me the file, I remember, right? I remember. Okay? Now, I want you to do this for me. Okay, and it should be done separately. That means on separate sheets of paper. That means 9B on one set of paper, 9C on another set of paper. Is that clear? Now, I don't know if you have okay, those with your file, what number do I write down now? What number is it now? 24. Okay. Can you write down 24, today's date? And also the next one. Okay, but you do 9B and 9C separately. Is that clear? Okay, now I'm going to give you your full sketchbook. Not one question. There's no line, sorry. Yes, there's no line. Can you make the necessary amendments? Now, as I said, I want this to be done what? Separately, that means you must send in 9B and 9C separately. Is that clear? Okay, Cheryl, stop the video. Okay, now, I want those who need to hand me the file, to give the file to me now.